Hello, everybody. We are doing another movie review. This time we're going to be reviewing Asteroid City. It is a 2023 film by writer Wes Anderson. Now, of course, I am going to be giving a whole bunch of spoilers. So warning, warning, if you plan on seeing this, I'm going to spoil the film for you. But let's talk about what the premise is. So if you look up this film, Asteroid City takes place in 1955, where world-changing events disrupt the itinerary of the Junior Stargazer Space Cadet Convention in an American desert town. Okay. I will say right off the bat, this was, first of all-star cast. You are going to see a lot of familiar faces. Let me go through the list right now because all-star cast. You've got Jason Schwartzman, Scarlett Johansson, Tom Hanks, Ed Norton, Jeff Goldblum, Steve Carell, Matt Dillon, Tilda Swanson, Jeffrey Wright, Adrian Brody, William Dafoe, Margot Robbie, and the list goes on and on. You're going to see a lot of familiar faces. Now, if any of those people you do not recognize, believe me, they are big stars. It's all in this film. It is a focus feature Universal film from Indian Paintbrush Company, and the best way to describe this film is, I want to say it's a Mars Attacks knockoff. I swear, when I was watching this film, all I could think of was Mars Attack. That's the Tim Burton Mars Attack. And I even did a little research to see, okay, did the writer also write Mars Attack? Did the producer? No, nobody is related to Mars Attack as well. But I feel like this movie was a homage to Mars Attacks because they even use the same type of scenery. They use the same type of dry humor. They use the same song, the yodeling song, which I'm like, okay, this is Mars Attacks. But very different movie. This movie takes place in a desert town where they did the nuclear testing back in the 50s. So imagine that 1950s nuclear town. I almost want to say if you play Call of Duty, Nuketown, like with the houses and stuff, that's exactly what it is. In the middle of nowhere, they're going to this space stargazer event because there's supposed to be a special eclipse that they're going to be viewing, and it's an annual event that they do, and then they give out prizes and they do science experiments and stuff like that. Very, very geeky type of film. Now, the film itself, the comedy is very, very dry. And I feel like this was actually 3 films in one. So the first type of film is a little weird because it starts off in a radio broadcast type film noir, black and white, where they're doing a radio broadcast. But the radio broadcast is announcing a play that's going on called Asteroid Town, but the play is now actually the movie. So you have to follow my logic that way. So it's a movie within a play within a radio broadcast. So right off the bat, you're confused. I know, I was confused too. There's almost like a cartoon quality to the town. In fact, I almost think most of it was CGI, and then the CGI turns into real. And it's interesting when you look at the movie. Brilliantly, cinematography is brilliant. I mean, these were the same guys that did the Grand Budapest Hotel, if anybody has seen that. But very interesting visualizations with this movie. Starts off where this family is driving through the desert. Their car breaks down. They stop to get something to eat at the diner. Now, I think this is hilarious because there's the father with 3 little girls. And they go to the diner, and the waitress is like, she says to them, she's like, "Can I take your order, princesses?" And immediately, and this is where the dry humor is, and the little kid is like, "I'm not a princess." The first one's like, "I'm a vampire." The second one's like, "I'm a mummy." I said the third one's like, "I'm a fairy." I don't know why I found that funny because it comes in later on to play because there's a really, really sick thing that what happens with their mother. And it's just that dry humor. And the waitress is like, how about I just bring you like strawberry milk? So while this is going on, they're doing the atom bomb testing. So you actually see the nuclear cloud going off in the distance and stuff. The car gets destroyed. And the father has to sit down and tell a secret to the girls. And the secret that they have to tell, he has to tell, is the mother who's been sick actually died 3 weeks ago, and he can't bring himself to tell the girls, to tell the children that their mother died. And at the same time this is going on, you get a bus of Christian school kids who are praying to Jesus because they're going to be part of this itinerary for the stargazing competition. So now you got the Christian bus of school kids. You have the father who sits down and he says one of the weirdest things I've ever heard. So the father ended up putting the mother's ashes in a Tupperware bowl, which he's been carrying around. He couldn't even put it in like a urn or something. No, it's in a Tupperware bowl. He sits down with the kids and he's like, let's just say that she's in heaven, which doesn't exist for me, but does for you because you're Episcopalian. So like, he's just sitting down telling the kids, like, your mom's dead. She's not, I'm going to just say she's in heaven. I don't believe she's in heaven, but that's horrible. Later on, I shouldn't even be saying, I mean, I'm going to skip around, but later on, what ends up happening is the little girls take the Tupperware with the mother's ashes, and they decide to do like a weird hocus pocus with the three witches. I'm thinking Shakespeare with the bubble, bubble, toil and trouble sort of thing. So they're trying to, like, I don't know, reanimate her ashes. But at that point, the grandfather, who is Tom Hanks, he's coming in like, what the hell are you doing? You're not going to bury my daughter between two outhouses in the middle of a desert. The father does say to the little girls while they're talking that, like, you have no concept of time. And the little girl's like, 15 minutes equals 6,200 hours. And the father's like, yes, that's right. So like I said, if you like very, very dry humor, and I mean, it's not even funny. I don't even know why I was laughing. I found it funny. But the movie is set up in Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. And they tell you that in the beginning during the film noir broadcast, because they're saying Act 1 is going to be the day one, Act 2 was going to be like 3 days later, and Act 3 was going to be 2 weeks later, or whatever it is. Out of nowhere, you get this gay kissing scene with Ed Norton. I mean, I don't even understand where it came from. I like Ed Norton. And they're doing this whole film noir thing, and Ed Norton comes out, and he's like a soldier. Then all of a sudden, he's kissing his lover. So I'm like, that was so strange. That was so unexpected. Interesting thing, and this is something to highlight. September 23rd happens to be Asteroid Day. Now, this is a whole conspiracy theory thing that movies will pick September 23rd as a date. You're going to see it numerous times, and that's why so many people, particularly this year, were freaking out about September 23rd, because there is the whole prophecy that the 23rd is going to cause some catastrophic failure. The world is going to end. The asteroid's going to hit the sun. I mean, there was so many things going on. But September 23rd is a date to focus on for the future. But it just so happens that in this movie, September 23rd was Asteroid Day. So now you've got all these like bungalow hotel, which the hotel owner is Steve Carell, if you know from him from 40-Year-Old Version or from The Office. But what's weird about the little bungalows is like the windows are completely open and they stare at each other. So if you're in the bathroom of one in the bedroom, you're going to see full view of everything because the room is completely open. Very, very strange. So the little girls, they try to raise mom from the dead. But Grandpa comes along and basically encourages them. They're like, hey, why don't you come live with me? There's a swimming pool. And they're like, yeah, okay, we're going to live with you. Very strange. Now, then we go into the whole eclipse thing. And with the eclipse, they're supposed to be looking through a box. And when they look through a box, they're going to see 3 dots. And when they see the 3 dots, that's supposed to be the planetary alignment. However, they end up seeing 4 dots because an alien ship comes down, looks at them in silence, and then decides to steal the asteroid that's in honor of Asteroid City, and then just completely disappears. And everybody's like, what? And of course the military has to come in to try to cover it up and all that other stuff. They try to do like these psychological tests to the kids and to like that it never happened. But of course the kids are like, yeah, we saw the alien, that sort of thing. I wrote this down while I was writing my notes, and I'm still going to say this. Was this movie by the same people of Mars Attacks? Because there was like so many references to Mars Attack. But as of right now, there is no Mars Attacks. Then, okay, we're in Act 2. The movie starts getting really boring for me. I'm having trouble concentrating on this movie. Could have been me. It just, scene after scene after scene started not to make sense at all. And the comedy of it, I was losing the comedy of it, because at the same time you've got these kids with the competition. You've got the love story from the father who is trying to get the attention of this movie star who's trying to commit suicide because she's trying to get into character with her next movie. Act 2, I was completely lost. I have no idea what happened. Then we go to Act 3, where it's like Carnival Town. They're celebrating the alien invasion, and they decide to throw a big carnival. I have to say, if you like folk singing, there is this strangest folk song. It turned into a musical. I'm like, what the hell? We're now a musical? So they start doing this yodeling, square dancing scene with this folk song music with a prayer and stuff like that. And then, what the hell else happened? You know something? I stopped writing because I could not concentrate on this movie. Once they started the yodeling, square dancing thing, they like completely lost me. I can't even tell you how the movie ended. Part of me wants to go back and be like, wait a minute, how did it end? I can't answer. I cannot answer how it ended at all. And I watched the whole movie and I was writing notes. I mean, there's notes here, but as far as the ending, it's like, where did I go? Because the movie completely lost me. So, if you like to see an all-star cast, definitely Allstar Cast. If you like dry comedy, it's a dry comedy. If you like confusing movies, this was a confusing movies. I mean, I'm going to give this movie, I think, all right, as far as entertainment value, I'm going to give this movie a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 entertainment value. As far as cinematography, I have to say I love what they did with the bungalows, the nuke town, and the asteroid, how they did the scenery, great. So I'm going to give scenery, let me do 5 out of 10. So 5 out of 10 for scenery, 3 out of 10 for the movie. All-star cast, you got to give props to an all-star. How the hell did they get all these stars in this movie? And yet the movie makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I almost feel like it's wasted on that type of talent. So once again, the movie is Asteroid City. I hope you enjoyed this review. I probably am not going to watch this movie ever again. It was a one-time deal. Probably not going to watch it. Maybe I might go to the end to see, okay, what exactly did happen? Because I have no idea what happened. Act 3, gone. It was completely gone from me. Although the funny thing is Jeff Goldblum did play the alien, but he had such a small scene, it was almost sad. So with that, I hope you enjoy it. Remember to like and subscribe. If you like this type of content, I'm a very small channel. I'm just starting off. I wanted to build a new brand, a new channel, and this channel is going to be a little bit of mixture of everything. I'm going to be doing some movie reviews, some cooking, some videos and stuff like that, and I hope you enjoyed. If you like it, please like, subscribe, and make a comment below. I would love to hear what you have to say about Asteroid City. So with that, guys, take care and have a great day.